Hi, my name is Katie Foley, and I will be analyzing cinematography and mood in the film Dursu, Uzala, directed by Akira Kurosawa, released in 1975. Man is very small before the face of nature. Dursu, Uzala. The film Dursu, Uzala is the story of Captain Arseniev and the Siberian surveyor and Dursu Uzala, an indigenous goldie hunter, who helps the captain succeed in the harsh wilderness in early 1900. Though the film has limited dialogue, the character development is strong and the film's cinematography seems to be what creates the most emotional impact. The relationship of trust and friendship between the two main characters is the most powerful expression of theme in this film, leading to the development of mood or atmosphere. This relationship of respect, developing as they move through the wilderness, surveying and surviving, creates the mood of harmony. After Dursu dies, the captain keeps his friend in his heart and visits his grave. Though the end of the film is proof that the two men had a very close relationship, their friendship is evident throughout the narrative. Though the corpsmen do not treat him with respect, the captain respects Dursu Uzala because he is a man who respects nature and all beings within nature. Dursu's life is representative of the harmony he promotes. The director, Akira Kurosawa, and the cinematographers, Asakazu Nakai, Yuri Gontman, and Fyodor Dobrin-Ravov, constructed a story that would be meaningful to all people. The plot describes a balance and respect for nature which is diminishing in a world of progress and development. The film is shot almost entirely outdoors in the harsh climate of the Siberian wilderness, with a goldie hunter acting as a local guide for the people from the developed city. Because the guide knows how to survive in the harsh environment, he is able to save the lives of his charges, though he is unable to save his own life after coming in contact with others from the civilized society. The cinematography is captivating because the filmmaker is outdoors instead of in the studio, and he is able to record the beauty of nature. Each frame is symmetrical and balanced on screen. Near the beginning of the film, a key scene includes the moments when Dursu takes time to place dry firewood inside and fix the roof of a hut for travelers who will come through. An occasion like this portrays Dursu's lessons on humanity. Dursu cares for those he will never meet. Akira Kurosawa uses eye-level and close-up shots in a darker, natural light during the scene while the captain is inside the hut. As Dursu fixes the outside of the hut, characters are filmed using medium shots in light, natural light, emphasizing the hard-working Dursu in a balanced and symmetrical view of the hut. Later, in lacking empathy for Dursu, the corpsmen tell the captain that he is drunk down by the river. Yet, in this scene, we see the continued development of friendship between the two men. The scene is set at night on a riverbank, and the captain learns of Dursu's family and why he is alone. The lighting is dark, lit only by the campfire. The scene is set with the fire pit, shadows, and wooded surroundings. The sounds of crackling fire, a bird call, and Dursu's song are the only noises. With the use of medium eye-level shots and canted angles, we see the captain come upon Dursu singing and performing a type of ceremony at a campfire and asks to join him. In another scene, the men are working hard to move downstream in a canoe along the creek. The surroundings look bleak and snowy with thin trees, yet there is beauty all around. The scene is shot from above in a high angle. The camera is elevated above the action. This high angle allows the setting to become significant. In this case, it is the rough, harsh wilderness landscape that stands out in the camera's frame. Panning shots are used to show the men walking across a vast landscape with nothing but frozen tundra. After leaving the canoe, the camera cuts to the men walking toward the lake, moving forward in their expedition. The camera is stationary and then cuts to a medium shot. In a scene on the frozen lake, a windstorm begins signaling to Dursu that the men need to retreat before their tracks become lost by the blowing wind. Before the windstorm begins, the silence of the wilderness is broken only by the sounds of the two friends walking and the wind blowing over the tundra. The director's use of silence seems to add to the mood in this film. The men communicate, but Dursu is definitely the one who knows how to survive in the natural forces in this scene on the frozen lake. As the wind rises, Uzala loses his track because of the reshaping of landscape made by the wind. The captain tries to use his modern technology to find their way. However, it does not work. The scene is lit with natural, low light and is mostly filmed in long shots and medium shots showing the landscape and the frozen watery ground surrounding the explorers. The camera pans the wilderness and shows the grasses blowing in the wind. Realizing that they must wait out the storm, they quickly begin to build a shelter. Kurosawa uses natural lighting and medium and long shots to show the landscape and efforts of the two men early in the windstorm. In the buildup of this intense moment in time, the camera moves about showing the wind, snow, and close shots of the intensity in the men's faces as they build a shelter. The sounds, lighting, camera angles, and the clothing of men are part of the mise-en-scene. As morning breaks, the captain wakes in a close-up that goes from darkness to daytime lighting. The film Dursu Uzala is an exceptional story that leaves a strong emotional impact. The protagonist, Dursu, is an honest man who knows and appreciates the power of the natural world. In addition, he has wisdom that helps him survive without the use of modern technology. The relationship that develops between Dursu and the captain is a true friendship, each feeling the strong affection for the other, as seen when the captain returns to the wilderness on another mapping expedition. As each man sought out the other, asking through hikers if they had seen the other one, the keen relationship is recognizable. Much of the scenery was filmed using sweeping, panning, extreme long shots, showcasing the surrounding environment, often offsetting the view with the high angle or canted shots. For Dursu Uzala, his walk with nature was his life. When held inside the city, he did not feel alive. This film was one depicting a variety of themes, including the friendship between Dursu and the captain, survival, and the wilderness. The moods could change throughout the storyline, from respect, appreciation, and solitude to melancholy acceptance, but always return to harmony. According to Turner Classic Movies website, Kurosawa stated in an interview, "The relationship between human beings and nature is getting worse and worse. I wanted to have people all over the world know about this Soviet Asian character who lived in harmony with nature."